traders. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. As always, we're going to be doing a price action review of the S&P 500, the NASDQ, Triple Q, SPY, and the other stocks I'm holding as well. Like always, please like, subscribe, comment. It'll all be greatly appreciated. But today, what I'm kind of expecting is another day of consolidation. I'm expecting a very similar day as to Wednesday. I'm expecting there to be very low volume, not really much direction in the market considering that we have holiday hours today. I mean, you might be able to get a few scalp trades, but personally, I'm not really going to be going for anything crazy unless it's a really good setup. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So the big thing to watch on, we'll start with SPY. The big levels I'm going to be watching on SPY is going to be this area right here, this demand level at 453.27 to 454.22. Now, it may not look clear from this perspective, but let's turn after hours and pre-market off, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. There we go. So as you can see here, we got multiple touches on this area. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very high liquidity, very nice support and resistance zone to watch. Now, I would watch for the markets, considering that NVIDIA is dumping pre-market. I would expect markets to come into this, touch this area, might be able to get a few scalps within this area, get a nice move from down, maybe at 454, 453.50, might get a gap fill of 453.27 if we really start pushing down, get a move back up to 455. Might get some, I would expect price action within this area. We might push 455. If we do, I would really be interested to see if we could push 456. And then if we get above 456.47, which would be a gap fill, that would be very bullish. I highly doubt that's going to happen today, though, considering that we also have holiday hours. On the NASDAQ, what I'm going to be watching for, more specifically QQQ, is I'm going to be watching the gap fill trade at 390. That's where we closed on Wednesday. And then I'm going to be also watching 388.43. I'd watch this supply zone up here and watch this support and resistance zone down here. But just like the S&P, I'm not really expecting anything massive. I take that back. Triple QQQ might really start selling off today if NVIDIA really starts dumping. So, because it's a lot more tech heavy, I would definitely watch this support and resistance zone. So I'd be very interested to see how QQQ reacts to NVIDIA. I think it's down something like $10 a share pre-market. And then on the NASDAQ, the levels I'm going to be watching for the gap fill is going to be 14,264.96 and 14,202.73. And then on SPX, I'm going to be watching the 45.76 level, and I'm also going to be watching 45.38.70. I'm not going to put a gap fill trade right here because it would be a lot more confluence if we could just break above 45.57. Can't talk today. If we could break above that, then we can definitely get some more upside, but there's no point in me putting a gap fill trade here. I'd much rather just look for the rejection at that price point. Now, in terms of the individual stocks that I have right now, I'll put on my position trading study so you can see how we're doing. All right, let's put this over to the daily. All right, so Walmart, what I'm watching is if we break below this 200 SMA, I'm going to be selling my full position on Walmart. If we end up holding it, great. I'm not going to be adding to the position, but I'm going to be looking to sell it if we break below this 200 SMA, because that's going to validate the whole reason why I'm in the trade to begin with. On Coca-Cola, we'll flip to the weekly because that's where I bought it on. Or a certain amount to 200 EMA and SMA, I bought on this candle right here. I'm going to be looking for a move into this support and resistance zone right here. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 touches. So very high confluence area. If we break above that, I really do think that we're going to see 63, 64, 65 on Coca-Cola. I think it's selling for a massive discount, but that's just my opinion. Always do your due diligence before getting into any company. And then I also have McDonald's as well. I bought this right down here. I think I bought it. It was like I bought some of the position on this candle, then the rest of it on this candle. Because that gave me the confirmation mixed with the volume and the 200 SMA. And as you can see over the last 15 years, It's never really broke the 200 EMA and SMA once, besides when COVID, and that was a exception because I mean everything sold off then. So it never cracked it once in 15 years. So I highly doubt I was going to do it again. So I got into the trade. Beautiful trade. Now I did sell majority of my position in McDonald's and put it into Coca-Cola and Walmart. But that's going to be the trades I'm watching for today, and good